to go by. She has the word earnest.
Questa caparra durava 6 mesi, se alla fine dei 6 mesi non avessero pagato il resto, perdevano la caparra e la speranza del palazzo.
The bank wanted down a payment or a security, therefore said if you will not pay in 6 months, what you put down as a down payment and the millions will be taken away from you.
Se Conte Lombardo avesse dato 1 milione, tutto era fatto.
So she said
niente. Però ecco, ci fu un'adunanza in cui discussero il nome da dare all'università e la Barelli impose Università del Sacro Cuore. Allora tutti i presenti, è un nome da istituto religioso, è un nome da asilo infantile, è un nome da collegio di ragazze, un'università dedicata al Sacro Cuore. No. E stesso padre Gemelli era un po' titubante.
They had the first meeting and in deciding the name of the future university, and Armida said we should call it the University of the Sacred Heart, and everybody said, oh no. That could be a name for a religious institute or for the house for children or other activities for the youth, but for the university, no, it is impossible. And she said also Padre Gemelli didn't like it, the name was too religious. But Armida was very strong in asking for it, and they also commanded, imposed on them to accept that name.
E uno di quei signori del comitato disse a padre Gemelli, ma non si lasci influire da una bella bambola.
So one of the men present at the first meeting turned to Padre Gemelli and said, oh, don't let a doll influence you.
Ma il padre tenne fermo perché anche si ricordava della promessa fatta in guerra, vero? Di fondare l'Università Cattolica e in fondo di essere riconoscente al Sacro Cuore. E quindi
Padre Gemelli was
prendere fermo e
rimase going to Armida's side because he remembered that he asked for the consecration of ourselves and the promise that the work for the university if they would ever come back alive from the war.
Ma questo titolo così finalmente proclamato per volontà della Barelli fu proprio la causa indiretta per cui il Conte Lombardo cedette il milione. Dunque il Conte Lombardo diceva niente, rideva di questa commissione che pensava siete matti, l'Università Cattolica è già bella e morta, mancava un giorno per la scadenza della caparra. Ah, sentite, piuttosto venite con me a pranzo all'Orologio, che era un ristorante in Piazza del Duomo, adesso è stato buttato giù dalle bombe. Venite e faremo i funerali dell'Università Cattolica. E se ne andò così, e la Barelli piangeva addirittura.
Conte Lombardi was present at the meeting and he was really smiling and laughing, chuckling among himself, and he said, all of you are just dreamers. You will never get any place with it. Why don't you come out with me and we'll go down to the restaurant who was called the Clock, and say we'll have a great dinner there and have the funeral for this future university of yours. However, she said, was only 24 hours left from the payment. If they wouldn't have paid in 24 hours, everything would have been taken, or the down payment, I guess.
They'd have lost the down payment.
Il Conte Lombardo se ne va. Gli altri rimangono tutti avviliti, proprio avvilitissimi, perché fra un giorno scadeva. Nel pomeriggio la Barelli riceve un biglietto del Conte Lombardo che dice così: il tuo Sacro Cuore mi ha messo l'inferno nel cuore, prenditi il milione e va. E aveva firmato lo check con
Conte Lombardo left, leaving everyone behind, very, very sad. And he just left by himself and went on. Later that afternoon, he sent a note to Armida saying, "Your sick heart put hell in my heart. Here it is, and the millions you need. Please keep away from me and give me peace."
Lasciami in pace perché il tuo Sacro Cuore mi ha messo l'inferno nel cuore. E così comunque, però fu una specie di miracolo, insomma.
That was the first miracle of the Sacred
E
Heart.
con quel milione comprarono la prima sede in via Sant'Agnese.
With
Wow.
that millions, they bought the first building in Milan.
How much would
Ora.
a million have been in those days?
What was it?
Yeah, that's what I
Let's
was
see.
wondering.
A dollar at that time was 125
Cos'è?
e
Ah,
e 18 lire.
che cosa?
Nel 30 era 18 lire.
20 lira to a dollar.
So che un
No,
milione
less,
allora per
less
noi
because
era
we-
moltissimo.
It was less because when my sister came in 1938, we received 18 liters. So must have been at least 10 or 12 liters.
Senti, sarebbe come 1 miliardo d'oggi,
Un miliardo
Bene.
di
oggi.
1 miliardo di lire.
Oggi sarebbe come 1 miliardo.
Said
Un
today
milione,
in,
un milione del
$200,000
919 sarebbe 1 miliardo oggi, 1 miliardo di lire italiane
no,
però.
it's a milliard of today. Takes,
Conti,
Probably a few hundred thousand.
vari
Yeah.
conti.
Okay.
Era una somma grandissima.
so that time was
It was a lot of money.
Yeah, great sum.
Nel 920-21 la Barelli, attraverso la gioventù femminile, riesce a far conoscere e amare in tutta Italia un'opera di cultura come l'università.
Between 1920 and 21, through the feminine youth, Armita presented the Catholic University and really presented in such a way that the people loved this new university that will bring culture.
E la fa sempre amare in nome del Sacro Cuore, anche bisogna dire questo, che le apriva
Presented
tutte
the
le porte.
university with such enthusiasm that the university was loved through the Sacred Heart. So she put the two love together, devotions and love for the Sacred Heart through the Catholic University.
Il giorno dell'inaugurazione, il 7 dicembre 1921, quando si inaugurò l'università dopo 2 anni di fatiche tremende, la Barelli fece un bellissimo discorso, ringraziando tutti e poi incoraggiando alla fede nel Sacro Cuore, fiducia nel Sacro Cuore. Vedete che cosa il Sacro Cuore, non io, non noi, che cosa ha saputo fare il Sacro Cuore in 2 anni? E proprio fu un inno bellissimo che si legge anche oggi con commozione, per la fiducia nel Sacro Cuore. Chiedere che si può essere sicuri che esaurisce veramente, lei aveva dei miracoli.
After 2 years of extraneous work, the Catholic University was ready for the inauguration. That was 1921, December 7th. And at that time, Armida gave a beautiful talk in thanksgiving to all the help and presenting the Catholic University as a gift of the Sacred Heart. And she said, our eloquence was as such that really was a great aim and thanksgiving to the Sacred Heart, and she really preached about faith and love to the Sacred Heart.
Però non basta nascere, bisogna vivere ogni giorno. L'università aveva bisogno di denari e denari, lo stipendio dei professori, la manutenzione, la biblioteca, tante cose. E allora la Barelli pensò, fu il cardinale Ratti, quando era cardinale, suggerì di indire in tutta Italia la giornata universitaria, come c'è la giornata missionaria. C'è una questua in tutte le chiese destinata all'Università Cattolica, in Italia naturalmente questa questua. come c'è la giornata delle missioni, così la giornata dell'università.
She's,
La Barelli ne parlò a Benedetto XV, ma mi disse no, dice, questo si potrà fare a Milano che è ricca, ma pensate in certe parrocchie di campagna dove i parroci hanno appena da vivere e anche i contadini soffrono la fame, cosa volete che diano l'elemosina per la giornata, per un'università che sta poi a Milano, stesse in un altro posto, ma stava
she said that the birth of the university was not all because at the necessity of growing and the keeping up with the expense of salaries for professors and the keeping up of the building and so many other needs. Therefore, they need more money. So Armida goes to the Holy Father Benedict XV and asked him if you could proclaim one Sunday of the year as the Sunday for the Catholic University. And the Holy Father said, no. It is not possible because I can see in Milan where you have industrial industry there, but can you imagine where the parishes are so poor that even the pastor doesn't have enough to keep going, or the people are in such poor condition as they need help, asking them to give something for the university, who also is in Milan? No. It is impossible.
Allora la Barelli lo disse al cardinale Ratti e il cardinale le dette questo consiglio. Lei ogni volta che va in udienza dal Santo Padre deve ripetere la stessa cosa e deve dire: il mio arcivescovo mi ha ordinato di chiedere la questua per l'Università Cattolica.
So
2 mesi dopo però il cardinale Ratti era Pio XII. Era Papa lui.
Pio XI.
Pio XI.
So she was not discouraged. She goes and see our Archbishop Ratti, who was the Archbishop of Milan. And the Archbishop said, oh, don't get discouraged. Just promise me that every time you have the audience with the Holy Father, just tell him, my Archbishop told me to ask for the Sunday for the Catholic University. And she said, but 2 months after that, the Archbishop was the new Pope. So by the 11th.
Allora, quando il cardinale Ratti diventò Pio XI, Ida andò da lui e disse: Santità, il mio cardinale mi ha ordinato di chiederle la giornata universitaria. E il Papa disse: queste sono monellerie, e col Papa monellerie non si fa.
So the first audience she had with the new Pope, she says, Holy Father, my Archbishop asked me to present you the request that you will announce one Sunday of year for the Catholic University. And the Holy Father very seriously said, this is what to be Birichino Father.
Sì, sono monellerie, disse proprio così, birichinate come vuoi. Col Papa.
He said, with the Holy Father you should be more serious.
Però lei insiste sempre e il Papa concesse veramente, Pio XI concesse la giornata universitaria e la prima fu nel 23.
So she continued to ask for this Sunday, and finally she did receive it, and that was announced. The first one was in 1923.
3. E poi, continuando quello che ha fatto per l'università, fino all'ultimo l'ha sostenuta, e anche, come ho detto, dopo il bombardamento, fu quella che per prima propose di cominciare a ricostruire subito.
She was behind all the activities and the support of the Catholic University. As you remember, seeing from the slides, even in 1943, when half of the building was destroyed, she was the first one to say, let us start all over again.
Ora vediamo quel che ha fatto per l'opera Regalità, però per l'opera della
At the
regalità.
Catholic University, now she will present us the work of the Kingship publication of Italy.
L'università era un'opera di cultura, veramente. Ora ci voleva un'opera per il popolo e Padre Gemelli l'aveva sempre pensata e anche lei volevano fare qualche cosa proprio per l'educazione religiosa del popolo. Nei viaggi all'estero, Ida, e anche il padre, Ida nel Belgio vide che i bambini, le ragazzine, i bambini proprio avevano, tutti, ma specialmente anche piccoli, avevano i libretti con la messa in francese e in latino e tutti seguivano la messa ed erano libretti popolari. Allora fu lei la prima davvero a pensare a fare qualcosa di simile in Italia.
After the university, she saw that the low people, the low class, should receive something, some kind of instructions or help, and she didn't know what to do with them. That one time, being in Belgium, being in Belgium, she went to the church and saw all the people and even the little children carrying a booklet, and in it was all the parts of the Mass written in Latin and French, and she got the idea to do something for the low class.
E nel 27 cominciarono subito la pubblicazione di questi libretti, la messa per il popolo italiano, metà in latino e metà in italiano.
In 1927, the first publication of the Sante Missalets were given to the Italians, and the name of the booklet was The Mass for the People.
Ed ebbe un grandissimo successo, veramente un grandissimo
Was a great
successo.
success in Italy.
Tanto che si pensarono poi di fondare un'associazione l'Opera Regalità, diocesana, non dipende da Roma, dipende dal Cardinale di Milano, per le pubblicazioni liturgiche e per la diffusione della liturgia.
The Kingship publications began at that time under the permission or
With the permission
with
of
the
the
permission
Archbishop
of the
of Milan.
Archbishop of Milan, and even today belongs to Milan. It doesn't belong to the center in Rome,
E che è andata avanti e ha sempre
and
andato.
continued since 1927.
Ora,
still
che
the
cosa ha
case.
fatto per noi?
Now she will tell us what Armida did for our institute, for ourselves.
Come vi ho detto, il Papa ci cambiò il nome e ci chiamò missionari della regalità di Cristo. E lì per lì Ida la regalità la capiva e non lo capiva, voleva il Sacro Cuore, ma poi capì che il cuore del re era sempre il cuore del re, insomma il Sacro Cuore era anche il cuore del re e allora accettò tutto. Poi dal Papa accettava tutto. Intanto il numero cresceva, il nostro numero cresceva. E dove fare gli esercizi? Andavamo ad Assisi, ma per dormire un po' in un convento, un po' in un altro convento, un po' in una pensione privata. Poi tutte le mattine bisognava scendere giù a San Damiano per la discesa che allora era ripidissima, c'è ancora insomma. Poi si stava tutto il giorno a San Damiano e si mangiava nel refettorio nel refettorio della foresteria. Ma quando il numero crebbe, bisognava stare solo sotto gli olivi a mangiare, tutto il giorno, finché si è 12, 20, 25, ma quando cominciamo a diventare 40, 50, io ricordo, nel 1929, un caldo da morire, facevamo le prediche, le sentivamo nel dormitorio di Santa Chiara, perché la chiesa era piccola, il coretto era piccolo, tutto era piccolo. E faceva un caldo tale che e poi dopo le prediche bisognava stare sotto gli ulivi con un caldo le cicale che no, non era possibile. Non era possibile stare tutto il giorno così per 4-5 giorni. E allora
Let's see, me la date piacere.
Non so se tu qui hai appena accennato perché
They start to have their day of recollections and they went to Assisi. They met at San Damiano. However, until they were 12, 15, 20, 25 was alright. They could fit in that small chapel. But when they started to be 30 and 35 and 40, they couldn't be there, or they couldn't use their public dining room because there were too many. Therefore, they will go outside under the olive trees and have their lunch there and also their conferences. And so many times we told the noise of the crickets and the heat and the dust was not easy to take it.
noi dicevamo, oh, evviva la povertà, benedetta la povertà, santa povertà, però non avere nemmeno da lavarsi, capito?
So they used to say, oh, how nice it is to be poor, oh, the Franciscan poverty is so great,
No,
oh, the
era
Franciscan
troppo.
poverty is a joy. However, not having water to wash our faces.
E allora si nacque la prima oasi, quella casa di esercizio ad Assisi, dedicata proprio al Sacro Cuore. E come venne fuori? Un po' con le offerte delle missionarie, un po' anche con il ricavato della vendita dell'opera Legalità.
At that time, then she saw the need of oasis, and that was the beginning of this oasis in Assisi, which is called the Sacred Heart oasis. And they say, who gave the money? The missionaries themselves gave a good amount of the money needed. Also asking others, and a part of the money came from the income of the publications, of the Kingship publications.
Quel nome oasi,
Retreat them.
Some of the new ones would probably wouldn't understand. The term
Oh.
oasis is used in Italy in our sense of a retreat house. Like this would be called the Oasi di Santa Maria di Cortona.
It's a place where you go and get away from everything. So you
Eh?
have the peace. Lui sta spiegando in italiano.
Ah.
Casa di ritiro.
quel
In
nome
inglese.
oasi non piaceva a nessuno.
Oh, oh.
Ci pareva troppo romantico. Oasi, oasi. Ma lo inventò lei, lo inventò lei. Ma non fu possibile trovarne un altro. Ricordo che Amintore Fanfani, che ora è presidente del Senato e allora era appena laureato dell'università, diceva ma oasi, ma oasi. E io dicevo, ma lei che è toscano, non inventi un altro nome.
At that time, the word oasis, the name of the retreat house, was not well accepted because they thought it was too romantic. And, however, it was a word that she invented herself. And at that time was this young doctor,
He'd gotten his doctorate at
got the
University.
doctorate at Catholic University, I guess, who today is the president of the Italian Senate. Fanfani said to her, always, but find something else. And she said, since you are from Tuscany and you know the Italian language better, why don't you find something else? But no one could find a
E
better
così
name.
rimase il nome di Oasi,
Therefore they
che poi
came.
era come qui, un centro, come qui, insomma, un centro di studi non solo era per il nostro corso di esercizi, ma per chi volesse venire o per centro di studi, così.
That was the first center for any retreat or spiritual exercise or any other activities for education like Villa Cortona today.
Poi, sempre per noi, nel 1939 l'Oasi della Verna, che fu una cosa temeraria. Cominciava la guerra, mancava il materiale, mancavano gli uomini per il lavoro. Suo fratello, l'ingegnere, gli disse, ma tu sei pazza, si deve fare, la parola impossibile non esiste, e si fece.
In 1939, the oasis at La Verna was the dream of Armida, and everybody says, no, the war just started, we have nothing. For some of you have been there, you know how far it is from the city, therefore it was very hard, it will cost double anything they needed. But she said, the word impossible doesn't exist in my vocabulary, so we'll do it.
Poi l'oasi di Erba, vicino a Milano, perché era più vicino, più nel nord, altrimenti 2 oasi nel centro, Erba, e poi nel 48, 47 mi pare. E nel
1947,
49 l'oasi di Cerisano, in Calabria.
1947 was the new oasis in Erba, outside of Milan, and the 1949 the fourth one in Cerisano, also
Calabria.
Calabria.
Calabria, davanti ad Asila, una bellissima oasi. No, è povera, è proprio la più povera delle nostre oasi, ma è tanto carina e ha davanti l'Asila e si mangia tanto bene.
You say in Calabria is
Una
the
cosa
poor,
molto
it's
prosaica.
the poorest oasis of Italy, that one down in Calabria. However, it is beautiful and you can have real good meals there. For those that like the southern
Hanno la
places.
verdura bellissima, l'acqua buonissima, insomma.
Water is good, greens good, vegetables are good.
Insomma, la Barelli fu accanto al padre in tutte le vicende e tutte le vicende per ottenere il riconoscimento dalla Santa Sede e fu più ardita di lui. In un certo momento, quando la congregazione del concilio ci voleva levare i voti e tutto, ce le levò per un anno e ci ridusse allo stato laicale, lei protestò: no! No, no, e lui, no, no. E il padre disse: obbediamo alla Chiesa. Io sono vecchio e vi voglio lasciare nel grembo della Chiesa. La Chiesa penserà. L'obbedienza del padre, incredibile, vero, che sembrava un ribelle. E così si sottomise anche lei, poi avemmo tutto, ma ci fu un periodo dolorosissimo proprio nel 46-47.
1946-47 was a very hard years for the Institute because the Holy See took away the vow of chastity, and called just a lay organization, and Tarmida was very strong and fighting it. And Father Gemelli said, oh please, I'm up in years, I'm old, I like to leave all of you and the heart of the church. And she accepted, but she was stronger than him.
Can we explain a minute what the technicality there was? There was no congregation in the church that could handle such a situation. This was a new creation, this idea of the Secular Institute. And there was a question of what department of church government would handle their affairs. And the Holy See, with the existing congregations, decided it would be the congregation of the council, which of course did handle the affairs, societies, associations of the laity. But of course, that meant that they would not practice the evangelical councils in a binding way, as you now do. And that, of course, Amita Borelli opposed that strongly because she felt she'd lose something very, very vital. But the Holy See was rather adamant about it at the time, since there was no other congregation to handle it. And of course, Father Gemelli then made those remarks that Nancy said, that we did promise obedience to the church, and I'm getting old, and one thing I want to make sure of is that you'll always be obedient to the church. But it was later on, as she'll probably tell you.
That's what she said. It was very hard work, and the explanation was not just easy to accept or to refuse. And that was for a year. A year later, they received all of what they really were wishing for.
Wanted, and the whole thing was changed.
And that's what she said. That showed the obedience to the church is the best way to handle things.
Tra I meriti, nel decreto di riconoscimento, uno dei meriti è di aver obbedito alla Chiesa, sempre, quella nella lettera al padre, no? Perché solo quando uscì la Provida Mater e il primo Feliciter avemmo il riconoscimento. Ma nella lettera di riconoscimento c'è che le prove di obbedienza date alla Chiesa hanno meritato il riconoscimento.
Would,
Adesso le parole
would you
precise non
like
me
to
ne
explain
ricordo,
that,
ma le
Father?
dice.
That was in the year 19, around 45, 46, where they were put under this congregation of the council. And at the time, well, Father Gemelli, of course, had thoughts of trying to make some proposal to save the situation. But he did insist on obedience to the church. And when, in 1947, February, Pius XII did actually give official recognition and approval for secular institutes in the famous Apostolic Constitution, Provida Mater Ecclesia, or the
Prima Felicia.
Provident Mother Church, and then followed by the motu proprio called Primo Feliciter. One of the things mentioned in the response that was given to the missionaries of the kingship who applied to become a secular institute was, your example of obedience to the church is what moves us to give you permission to have your secular institute.
I'd like to ask if that story that Father Bayer tells in the article that he wrote about the development of institutes is really true, that when Armida saw Provida Mater Ecclesia, she didn't think that it pertained to us at all.
È vero che quando Armida ha visto la Provida Mater ha detto che quello non era nostro.
Ma se si comincia a parlare di quello non si finisce più, una
She
cosa
said yes.
lunga.
It is
She
true.
did say so, but
Complicate e anche
she
difficili
said
da
it's a very
dirsi.
complicated matter. If she will try to explain, it will
Oh,
take years.
No, okay.
Io no, volentieri, ma si va un po' per le lunghe.
Tell her she can explain on Monday.
Si va un po' per le
Ha
lunghe.
detto lunedì potete spiegarlo a parte.
Ah, sì, 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 sì. Ora poi quello che ha fatto per la gioventù femminile cattolica italiana è veramente un'opera storica, gigantesca, che purtroppo è dimenticata. Non ne vogliono sentir parlare i signori cattolici italiani e specialmente i preti, mi dispiace, ma quello che ha fatto è stata una cosa veramente grande,
The greatest
sempre in conformità al valore del Papa e alla disposizione dei vescovi. Fece un'organizzazione mirabile, parrocchia per parrocchia, ogni parrocchia il suo circolo, il suo assistente, ogni diocesi il suo centro, il suo assistente diocesano e la sua presidenta e la sua propagandista, e tutti i centri diocesani facevano capo al centro nazionale, quindi articolazione e unità.
The greatest honor for the Italians was the organization of the Catholic youth of Italy, who was really an enormous undertaking, because it was divided from the center of Rome to the diocese, from the diocese to every parish, and every parish had to have its own group with ecclesiastic assistant, with a group of lay people, like president. What we have in our institute was in different level, but each parish had to have that, and every parish had to report to the diocese. Every diocese had to have their ecclesiastic assistant, their council members, and from every diocese back to Rome, where they had their center with the president and their councils. It was an enormous undertaking. She had to work with bishops, with priests, with the laity that didn't understand it. However, she did all this because of her obedience to the Holy Father. And she said, it is too bad that today it is not recognized. It was a historical event of the Italians, and today even the priests do not appreciate it, and it's going down.
Poi c'erano le varie sezioni effettive, le giovanissime, le aspiranti, le piccolissime, c'era la sezione studenti, ognuno aveva il suo giornale, prima un solo giornale nazionale, Squilli di Resurrezione, poi Squilli per l'aspirante, Squilli per non si sa quanti squilli, e anche un giornale di moda, Gioia.
Since I was part of it. She said in the organization on the national diocese and the parishes level was also the divisions between the age groups from baptism, the 3 years of age, from 3 to 6, from 6 to 11, from 11 to 14, from 14 to 35. was the divisions, all the
1418. I'm
14
sorry.
14, 18, 18,
1830.
35.
1830.
35.
Uh-huh.
And also the first start with only one publication, so national publications for all the different groups, and then start each group at their own publication. Also, she started the students groups that were completely separate from the rest. If you had a modern elementary school, you were called a student, and you were completely another group. And also was a divide according if you lived in the city or the farms, the farmland. Therefore, it was two different publications. The course of studies were different. The catechism were different. According your own, the pedagogical training was different. Also, you had your group leaders, you were called for each group, who received monthly instructions, and for a yearly they had 3 days together to discuss and to make sure that all Italy had all the same guidelines and the same publication.
Poi studiavano tutti il catechismo, questa è stata, direi, l'azione più profonda, quella di studiare il catechismo con esami di catechismo, gare di catechismo. Il Centro Nazionale indiceva corsi di studio, corsi di esercizi, gare di catechismo, e poi organizzò anche la settimana della giovane, che si rivolgeva non solo alle associate della gioventù femminile, ma a tutte le giovani di una città, e ci furono delle riunioni grandissime per le giovani, la settimana delle giovani. Ti ricordi tu della
I'm receiving so much, but I can tell you very clearly because I was a part of it. She said also the greatest piece of work that was done among the feminine youth was the study of the catechism, who you received in not just a question and answer, but what the Church of today is bringing to us. It was a real study of it, and it was the same all over Italy. And also was in the parish you had to give an examination or take an examination. From the parish, if you were one of the first 10, you will go to the diocese where you had another examination among all the 10 best from every parish. From there you will go to the Rome and you will have another examination, and also you will receive the greatest gift to go see personally the Holy Father or any others. Also, the greatest piece of work she did was to form a week of study for the youth. And that time you received all kinds of help, psychological, physiological, cultural, was really well done. Even sex education we received in that. Because at that time the Italians really was a big difference. If you don't learn at home, you wouldn't learn any place.
Erano in continuo movimento, con gran stupore dei nonni, delle mamme, delle vecchie zie, abituate alla casalinga. Sai cosa diceva Pio X, come deve essere la donna, come era l'ideale della donna prima della gioventù femminile, ma in dialetto veneto: la donna che la piazza, che la casa, che la sega a casa.
And she said the most impressive part of it was that the Italians were not used to have freedom. The women and particularly the youth should have stayed home, because in 1800 was saying that
Pio X, questo lo disse a chi voleva fondare le donne cattoliche. Oh, la donna che la piazza, che la
said
casa,
the dawn is made for the house is made for the woman is made for the house is made for the woman, so therefore the woman should stay home. And there was all the Italians getting here and there and everywhere, calling from the house, going to the parish, from the parish to the diocese, because many, if you had the leadership talents, automatically they will call you to the diocese. From the diocese they could send you to Rome. And so it was really an impressive part, because the parents were against their children, their great parents couldn't understand their grandchildren anymore, and they are involved with everything. And I like to say one thing One time we went to the parish in my diocese, and we wanted the holy hour for a special, I think for vocations, because we saw the decline of the vocation in our parish. So we went to our pastor, and he said, "Your girls should stay home and to learn how to mend your clothes. You know too much already. Even when we make a mistake, next day someone will come and say, "Oh, I made a mistake." So I say, "You belong to the house, stay there." Adesso bisogna andare perché...
Ecco perché la Barelli si può dire che chiude un'età e ne apre un'altra.
So the Barel closed one era and began another one. And basta. Sì, voi ci
Well,
non sarebbe nemmeno finito tutto, ma
maybe
insomma.
tomorrow, for those who can stay, we could have another session.
Domani forse per quelli che restano si può.
Insomma, queste sono le opere, ecco. E poi anche la grande opera è stato sempre vicino al padre ed è stata